The best thing is for someone to do not what their parents want them to do, but to follow your passion, and with that will come success, always.
I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding a road job.
What is up, you absolute weapons? Welcome to episode 2. This is None of Your Business, a podcast that inspires future generations to build their dreams one day at a time. My name is Calvin Branson, and I'll be sitting down with entrepreneurs from all walks of life to talk about their successes, failures, and how to make an impact. On today's episode, we are joined by Janine Martin. She has successfully owned and run a skin and laser clinic for the past 27 years. She was born in Joburg but moved to Cape Town, where she studied somatology at CPUT, and she also has multiple international qualifications. On this episode, we speak about the importance of finding your passion, how to start a business from a young age, and finding fulfillment in your work. What is your business? What do you do today?
So I'm in medical aesthetics and I have a skin and laser clinic.
How long have you had the clinic for? What's a bit of the history of the clinic?
Okay, I started in 1994, so it's about 27 years that I've been going, nearly 28 years. And but I've been in the industry about 32 years altogether because I worked in the UK first. So but the actual business is my own business, 27 years.
How did you get things going with the company exactly? What were the beginning stages and things you needed in order to get started? How did it come into fruition? Where did the idea come from? Where did the passion come from? How did it start?
I have always been very passionate about skin and laser. And
from a young age?
Yeah, from a young age.
From school? You wanted to do? Okay.
No, even at school. I mean, I remember being at school and being in, when you're 16, 17, seeing people in class with like acne and thinking, there's got to be more to this than, and how they just, it's quite, they get scarring, but it's actually emotionally scarring.
Yeah.
And they didn't have many things in those days besides antibiotics maybe. Now you can treat it with lasers and all sorts of things. So really from then, and also I had a mother who used to tan. She was from England and she used to came out to South Africa and, spent the next 20, 30 years of her life tanning on a silver lilo with baby oil and, really damaging her skin. And she ended up having skin cancer later on. Really? I always knew I wanted to go in skin. It was just something that I was always amazed and looked at people's skins, and just that was something I was really passionate about. I just knew when I left school that's what I wanted to do. Okay.
And so in the beginning, what did the initial investment look like? Was it quite difficult to get started in terms of finding, I guess the capital to start up, or how did you get it going in that sense? You need cash to start any kind of company.
So what actually happened was I decided came back to South Africa, and I worked for someone for 4 months, and because she went on maternity leave.
She was in skincare.
She was in skincare, but she didn't know skin. She had a skin clinic, a nail clinic, and hair salon combined. And she could only do nails, but she was pregnant and she had to go on maternity leave. So her husband was a pharmacist and heard about me, called me in because I did everything. And I ran a clinic for 4 months, and then she decided to close because she decided to be a stay-at-home mom.
So for those 4 months, you're running it for her, basically?
Running it for her, yeah. Okay. And she just came in and she said, I'm closing. So I thought, what am I going to do? I've just come back from the UK. My boss in the UK said, come back and work for us. Come back. And my brother said, no, start a business. And I was like, how? And he said, no, just go for it. Yeah. You just give it a go. So that's how it started. And I started in Hout Bay, and finances were difficult. So I had to get a loan.
From the bank?
No, from a family member. Yeah. Okay. They loaned me with interest, and I had to pay it off over the 2 years. And I had to work 6 days a week. Sure. I had to move back in with my parents, and just kind of, for 2 years, couldn't take a salary. You just have to work and
put everything into the company.
Yeah, it was very hard. And it was also difficult because I needed to get trade credit, for products and stuff like that. But it didn't have any, anything behind me in the past. So, you want to just be able to have accounts. And so eventually I managed all that, and that's got me through. And also finding the right staff with the right qualifications.
And so you said that the loan you had to repay in 2 years.
Yeah.
Did you manage to do that?
I did.
Okay.
I had to work hard. I had to work 6 days a week, coming home at 7, 8 at night. And just have a Sunday off. And then you're doing admin on a Sunday because I'm hands-on.
Really have no days off.
No days.
Just working every day.
But it was fine, It
Sure.
was, you have to do what you have to do.
In starting any company or like any business venture or personal pursuit, you're obviously going to encounter some challenges and hurdles, along the way. What are some of the biggest ones you faced and how you overcame them?
It kind of flowed quite easily for me. I mean, our clientele built up quite, your reputation. I think because I had the international experience, so I built up clients quite quickly. A lot of companies, I could get the trade credit. I think the battle is always just finding staff and there are hurdles. When I got into lasers, I mean, lasers are expensive. They can be, a couple of million or, so I had to get finance for that and always make sure I could cover that every month. And sometimes you can have months that are not so busy. And then other months like in season where it's really busy. So, but you have to work hard. You have to get out there. You have to promote. You have to keep going, So it is hard. You sometimes think, how am I going to get through the next month with all these things you've got to pay off? But you do.
Yeah, you make it
actually
happen.
Forces you to,
Okay, so there wasn't really like a big hurdle. You just had many small ones that you just kept grinding through and persevered through. And have you ever at some point in those 27 years sat back and felt like, oh, I've made it? Like just sat back and you feel like you've made it. Was there ever a specific moment, where you feel like, I guess in your eyes, you're successful now?
Yeah, I think after about 10 years, because a lot of companies don't make it through the first 10 years.
Yeah.
And then when I got to 10 years, I opened a second clinic. And it was great because I could actually now run my first clinic without me actually even being there. And that was really like, I had the right staff, amazing manager, and a very good clientele and a regular clientele, So it kind of just supported itself. I was able to go away. And
it was more passive, like a more
it was more
business.
passive. But for me, I think I really made it when I never really had to market because it sort of, it became like word of mouth. A client would tell someone else. And I think it was just having success through getting people's skins right, achieving results.
Yeah.
Having all you've always got to be advanced and a step ahead in the industry because it's forever changing. You've got to be on top of your game. So to be able to just get the results that clients want and have happy clients was where I met.
It's fulfilling
Very
to maybe have
fulfilling.
someone come, they have really bad skin and you turn it around for them. Because the way I see it, right? My skin, if I have a pimple or something, I'm self-conscious about it.
Yeah.
You're going to meet someone maybe for the first time. It's your face is your first impression in a sense.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, turning someone's skin into a much better condition.
Yeah. It
makes them
changes their life.
makes them feel amazing.
It's life-changing for some people.
Yeah. And for you, having been the one who helped them with that, I'm sure you feel very fulfilled in that.
That's where I felt successful.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much, yes, you get the financial success from your passion, but mine was from being able to make a difference in someone's skin and making a difference in their life.
Yeah, changing their life, yeah. And do you have any visions for, more clinics in the future or bigger clinics, or are you kind of happy with where things are at the moment?
I'm very happy where things are. I actually think for me, it's not about having lots and lots of clients. For me, it's more about having a relationship with a client, long term, hands-on, and going through their skin journey with them.
More personal.
Yeah, I've never really been where you've just got numbers coming through the door and you don't see them again. I've always had, my business has always been having long-term relationships with clients and seeing their skins go, from zero to hero kind of thing.
Yeah. In the 27 years, is there anything you thinking back that you would have done differently if you could have, that might have, I guess, put the company in a different trajectory or changed the path for the better? I mean, I'm sure you're happy with where you are now, but is there anything you can think of?
No,
nothing.
I wouldn't change a thing. I think everything's gone. When I reached 20 years, I realized I must be doing something right. Not many clinics have gone that far. There's very few. But I just, a lot open and closed. But I think the way I've gone in my business has been fantastic. I'm happy with it. I wouldn't actually change a thing, and I have no regrets in what I've done. I think it's just kind of gone great every part of the way. I've been lucky that it has been that way,
Genuinely, would you say you're happy?
100% happy.
100%.
I love what I do.
Okay.
I think you've got to have that passion. And through the passion will come your success, your results, your financial, whatever it is. It all just follows through with that. You've got to love what you're doing.
It's rooted in passion,
Yeah, you've got to love what you're doing, and it's something I've always wanted to do. A lot of people go into professions they're not sure of, or they do this and then they realize at 10 years later it's not what they wanted to do. I always knew that I wanted to do it, and if I had my life again, I would do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
again.
that's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people don't find their passion in their life.
They don't.
So it's awesome that you have. So what is one message you would want to give to a young entrepreneur, or, someone who's wanting to look into pursuing their own venture or their passion?
Yeah.
Is there one message you want to give to them?
My parents said to me, go overseas and be an au pair, because I got a job in Conmore, California, and I said to them, actually, I want to study first. I could always do that later, but I actually want to study first. This is what I want to do. And I obviously didn't have the means to study, so I got a loan, and I got to study for the 3 years. And then that dream came true. Well, not being an au pair, but I went overseas with my qualification, and I managed to travel the world, working in London, doing what I wanted to do, saving money, paying off my student loan, and traveling. And so everything happened through what I wanted to do. And I think the best thing is for someone to do not what the parents want them to do, but to follow your passion, and with that will come success always. If you really love what you do, I think that will be what will happen.
So your message is just to pursue whatever it is you want to do, not
absolutely.
what someone else wants you to do.
Sometimes I even think of us, we're like saying to our daughter, do this, and she did that, and then she ended up doing something else. So it's really, you don't want to do, I think you've just got to go with what's in your heart, what you want to do. And my career has worked for me in every aspect. I've worked overseas. It's been financially rewarding. I've employed people. I've given people's jobs. It's been amazing. I've had a good life doing what I do. And I wouldn't change it. So.
Well, thank you so much. Once again, thanks for coming on the show.
That's it for this week's episode of None of Your Business. Thank you so much for watching and listening. You can support the show by following our socials at None of Your Business Pod on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I appreciate the love, and I'll see you guys next week, Monday at 5 o'clock South African time.